What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? So, the Cubs have not had the best offseason so far, trading away their best pitcher in Yu Darvish for a bag of pixie dust. So in this video today, I'm going to fix the Chicago Cubs. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. With the Cubs in a bit of a financial bind at the moment and looking to clear some payroll, we're going to let some guys like Tyler Chatwood and Jose Quintana venture off elsewhere in free agency. I am, however, going to bring back Jon Lester on a 2-year deal for $15 million. While he may not be the Jon Lester of old, he's proven to be very durable. In his career, he's averaged 209 innings per season, and with the Cubs transitioning to more youth in their starting rotation, having Lester at the back end of the rotation to eat innings as well as provide veteran leadership would be invaluable. Out of the group of Anthony Rizzo, Kris Bryant, and Javier Baez, I would personally re-sign Anthony Rizzo long term. He has one of the best gloves at first base in the major leagues and continues to provide solid production in the lineup, averaging 27 homers and an .863 OPS per season over the last 3 seasons. If I'm running the Cubs, this is who I think is the face of the franchise. Let's sign Anthony Rizzo to a 5-year, $90 million contract. With Kyle Schwarber non-tendered earlier this offseason, Yu Darvish being traded to San Diego, and now that we've brought in Rizzo for the long term, that leaves us with Kris Bryant, Javier Baez, Kyle Hendricks, and Willson Contreras left as possible trade chips. So, I'm going to trade all of them. In the first trade, we're going to send over Kyle Hendricks and Javier Baez to the Yankees for Clint Frazier and Clarke Schmidt. The Yankees are in win now mode, so adding a number 2 with a pretty friendly contract in Hendricks, as well as a solid shortstop in Javier Baez, will help them try to win a championship, which will also allow them to slide Gleyber Torres over to second, where he should be better defensively. For the Cubs, they would be getting back an everyday left fielder in Clint Frazier and an up-and-coming young arm in Clarke Schmidt to take the place of Hendricks in the rotation. For our next move, we're going to send Kris Bryant and Willson Contreras to the Nationals for Carter Kieboom and Yan Gomes. The Nationals are trying to get back to their winning ways, so adding a guy with a track record of Kris Bryant to third will help fill the void left by Anthony Rendon, while they also get an everyday young catcher in Willson Contreras. As for the Cubs, they will be getting back Yan Gomes to fill the catching void, but mainly they're getting back an up-and-coming third baseman in Carter Kieboom. For the 2021 season, we would see a lineup of Yan Gomes at catcher, Anthony Rizzo at first, David Bote at second, Carter Kieboom at third, Nico Hoerner at short, Clint Frazier in left field, Ian Happ in center field, and Jason Heyward in right field. And we would see a rotation of Jon Lester, Zach Davies, Alec Mills, Adbert Alzolay, and Clarke Schmidt. For this offseason, we have Yan Gomes and Zach Davies becoming free agents, while Craig Kimbrel has a team option. We're going to let Yan Gomes walk in free agency, and we're going to hand over the keys to catching prospect Miguel Amaya, who should be ready to handle the duties at this point. However, I am going to bring back Zach Davies for the rotation, as I think he's a reliable starter in the middle of the rotation, considering the fact that he's thrown more than 150 innings in 3 of the first 4 full seasons of his career, as well as making all 12 of his starts in 2020, along with averaging a 3.79 ERA over that span. I think a 3-year, $36 million contract gets it done. As for Kimbrel, his team option will be able to be bought out for $1 million because he most likely won't finish the amount of games needed for the option to vest. To save money, we're going to buy him out, and he'll become a free agent. With about $50 million cleared from the books last offseason by trading away Kris Bryant, Javier Baez, Willson Contreras, and Kyle Hendricks, it's time to put that money to use. With the Cubs having Zach Davies and Jon Lester at the top of the rotation, they both project to be more mid-rotation to back-end starters. Because of this, I'm going to go after a starter that shouldn't break the bank while giving the rotation a very good boost, and that's Eduardo Rodriguez. He suffered a lost season in 2020 due to heart problems, but he's reported to be fully healthy, and he should be good to go for 2021. With the Red Sox already having Chris Sale locked up for the next few years and Chaim Bloom always looking for cheaper alternatives, I can see the Red Sox moving on from Rodriguez. In his career, while he's never pitched at Wrigley Field, in NL Central ballparks, he has a 1.88 ERA. With Javier Baez traded away last offseason, I want to focus on improving the lineup by sliding Nico Hoerner over to second and go after a shortstop, which this free agent class will be loaded with. Among the shortstops available, there's Francisco Lindor, Trevor Story, Carlos Correa, and Corey Seager. Out of all of these, I'm going to go after Francisco Lindor. He's a dynamic hitter from both sides of the plate, and he's hit well at Wrigley during his career, hitting .417 over 6 games, as well as going 5 for 13 over 3 World Series games at Wrigley in 2016. Another move I'm going to make is giving top pitching prospect Brailyn Marquez a chance in the rotation at some point. After giving him a full season of development in the minors for 2021, he should be ready to come up during the 2022 season, considering he's been stellar so far in his minor league career, posting a 3.19 ERA and 10 strikeouts per 9 over 55 starts. For the 2022 season, barring any injuries, we would see a lineup of Miguel Amaya at catcher, Anthony Rizzo at first, Nico Hoerner at second, Francisco Lindor at short, Carter Kieboom at third, Clint Frazier in left, Ian Happ in center, and Jason Hayward in right. And we would see a rotation of Eduardo Rodriguez, Jon Lester, Zach Davies, Adbert Alzolay, Clarke Schmidt, and Brailyn Marquez mixing in there as well. For this offseason, there won't be too much action. We are going to see Jon Lester at the end of his contract and most likely the end of his career, so his salary will be coming off the books. Taking his place in the rotation for 2023 will be top prospect Brailyn Marquez, as he should be fully ready by this point. One thing I would like to do, though, would be to sign a reliable arm for the bullpen. There's many notable arms in this year's class that stick out, including Aroldis Chapman, Edwin Diaz, Zach Britton, Ryan Presley, and Seth Lugo. Out of those arms, one name that sticks out to me is Zach Britton. He's been a key arm out of the Yankees bullpen and has shown he can get the job done, whether it's in middle relief, setting up, or closing games, averaging a 2.31 ERA and a 3.72 FIP over the last 3 seasons. Over the last few off seasons, we've seen guys like Kris Bryant, Wilson Contreras, Javier Baez, Kyle Hendricks, Jon Lester, and Craig Kimbrell go elsewhere. However, we've brought back some young players like Clint Frazier, Clarke Schmidt, and Carter Kieboom, while also giving some young prospects like Brailyn Marquez, Adbert Alzolay, and Miguel Amaya more prominent roles on the team. We've re-signed Anthony Rizzo to a long-term deal, signed a solid top-of-the-rotation arm in Eduardo Rodriguez, and added an impact arm for the bullpen in Zach Britton. However, to get the Cubs back into World Series championship contention, we need to add one more frontline starter for the rotation. To be able to do that, we're going to trade away Zach Davies to clear some payroll so we can add that frontline starter. With Zach Davies off the payroll, the guy we're going to go after is Blake Snell. He's proven himself in the postseason, shown by an ERA of 2.83 and 11 strikeouts per 9 over 9 postseason games. He would have proven himself further in Game 6 of the 2020 World Series had he not been pulled so quickly. Thanks for that, Kevin Cash. With Jason Hayward coming off the books, I'm actually not going to spend that money in free agency, and I'm actually going to turn to our top position player prospect, Brennen Davis. This is a guy full of tools and has potential to be a 30-30 player in his career. As of right now, we're heading into the 2024 season with a lineup of Miguel Amaya at catcher, Anthony Rizzo at first, Nico Hoerner at second, Carter Kieboom at third, Francisco Lindor at short, Clint Frazier in left, Ian Happ in center, and Brennen Davis in right. And we would see a rotation of Blake Snell, Eduardo Rodriguez, Brailyn Marquez, Clarke Schmidt, and Adbert Alzolay. In the end, it's going to take some time for the Cubs to be brought back to relevancy, and I think with these moves or something similar, the Cubs can be a serious contender very soon. So that's how I would fix the Chicago Cubs. Tell me what you think down below. What would you do to help fix the Chicago Cubs? But that's all I got for this video today. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.